I'd like everybody in the audience to take a moment and think of their favorite holiday. What is your favorite holiday? When is it? And most importantly, how much do you know about it? When most people think of fall, they think of warmth, colors, pumpkins, and most of all, Halloween. A lot of people don't know the exact origins or traditions of Halloween. It'd be beneficial to know the history of Halloween and where our traditions come from to know why we still celebrate it to this day. In order to fully understand Halloween, we must consider the origins, Christian influences, and the ties to the 21st century. Personally, I love Halloween and all the little traditions that come with it, and for the last couple weeks I've been doing online research to find out the origins and the older traditions of Halloween. First, I will describe the origins. Second, I will explain the Christian influences. And finally, I will discuss the modern traditions. In order to fully understand Halloween, we must consider the origin, Christian influences, and the ties to the 21st century. Halloween is a very old tradition that started in one of the most unlikely places. Halloween can be dated back 2,000 years as a Celtic tradition. This tradition was a festival called Samhain. According to Joshua Marks, a staff writer at ancient.edu, in a recent 2019 article called The History of Halloween, claims that this festival served as the New Year's for the Celtics. Samhain marked the end of summer and the harvest season for the coming of winter. Samhain activities included gathering supplies for winter, feasting and drinking, and bonfires. Not only did this mark the summer end, but it also marked when the veil between the living and the dead was the thinnest. Departed loved ones were expected and welcomed. Many people used to prepare and set out favorite dishes of past loved ones. Not only were loved ones expected during this time of year, but also fairies, elves, and dark energies. Now that I've shared with you the origins of Halloween and how the Celtics celebrated, I'm going to move on to the Christian influence on Halloween. Christianity quickly changed Halloween to what is now modern Halloween. Katie Long, a writer for Business Insiders, in a 2018 article called What is Samhain, states Christianity reframed Halloween to capitalize religion. And this happened in 43 AD when the Romans took over the Celtic Islands. The true meaning of Samhain changed in the 8th century. Pope Gregory III changed All Saints' Day from May 13th to November 1st, changing Samhain into All Hallows' Eve. Pope Gregory III made All Hallows' Eve into a holy holiday to take away the pre-notions of it being a pagan holiday. According to the editors at Britannia, in an article for Halloween, last dated in May, states that Halloween became a secular holiday because of the spread of Protestantism. Halloween slowly moved across Europe and didn't come to the United States till the mid-19th century when the Irish immigrated from Ireland. With the rapid spread of Halloween with no specific religion associated to it, made our traditions come from all over the world. The first tradition I'm going to be talking about today is trick-or-treating. Anne Kane, a writer for Business Insiders, in a 2019 article called The Dark History Behind Halloween, claims trick-or-treating started in medieval England. The trick-or-treaters were called soldiers, and they used to go around to rich people's houses to claim soul cakes in exchange for prayers for the household souls. Okay? The second tradition I'm going to be talking about is jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns come from an Irish legend. This legend consists of a man who tricked the devil into not claiming his soul when he died. So when he died, he wasn't allowed into heaven or hell. So he was doomed to roam the earth forever. So he took an ember from hell and put it in a carved turnip to light his way. So children all across Ireland used to carve turnips every year and take them trick-or-treating with them to protect them from spirits like Jack. When the Irish came to America, they changed turnips the carving of turnips to pumpkins, which were easier to carve. The last tradition I'm going to be talking about is bobbing for apples. So depending on where you take this from, there are many different meanings to bobbing for apples. Amy Lewinsky from BU University claims that it was in honor of the Roman goddess Paloma, who was the goddess of fruits and trees, so it was supposed to promote good harvest for the next year. So here's a picture of bobbing for apples. So first I described to you the origins of Halloween, second I explained the Christian influences, and finally I discussed the ties to our modern traditions. So in order to fully understand Halloween, we must consider the origins, Christian influences, and the ties to the 21st century. Throughout time, people have celebrated their dead in one way or another. In America and other places, Halloween is how we celebrate our dead. It is different everywhere we go, and traditions change all the time. What traditions do you and your family do for Halloween, and how do they differ from what I talked about today?